Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Ink Table Podcast, where today we are playing some Disney Lorcana trivia. This is similar to something that we've done during our podcast episodes, buried deep within those 2 hour long movies that you may or may not have seen before. And we decided to break out of that and do something standalone here where we can invite people on and we're going to have John and Preston play some trivia with our special guest. Today, we actually have a special guest from our local league. It is a friend of ours who's participated in some stuff with us before whenever it comes to Disney Lorcana trivia. Because Preston, I believe this person has actually been a teammate of yours when we did a special event at our store.
Oh yeah, hashtag Emerald Squad. Was that right?
Yeah.
So, Ripley, would you like to introduce yourself real quick?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Ripley Varela, longtime listener of the podcast, first time trivia guesser. And as Preston mentioned, hashtag Emerald Squad.
Right, so if we're seeing on screen now, we actually have John's token there, him looking like Madame Leota. We have Preston, and then on the far left, that will be Ripley's token today. I believe this is a character from a Tron. What's the name of this character?
Yeah, this is Korra, not to be confused with the Avatar Korra, but Korra from Tron Legacy, played by Olivia Wilde.
Nice. Okay. So the way that this is going to work is once we actually get to the questions, our guest, no matter what guest we have on, hopefully, because we want to continue this and have other stuff in the future with other guests that we can bring on. Maybe some of your favorite content creators may show up here and pull up a seat, but the guest will always go first. And then we will go back and forth between John and Preston. So we haven't really discussed how we're going to see who goes first between you two. So do you guys like how do you want to do this?
I'll let John go first. Well, John does a lot for us, so John will have the ability to go before me.
Awesome. Okay. So then and we'll flip between you two every episode that we do this. So our guest will always go first, and then I'm going to write it down that John will go next and then Preston. So with that being said, let's get over to our questions. So the categories that you guys are going to be participating in today are Who's That Glimmer, From the Wardrobe, Odd One Out, Not a Fan, Flavor, or Fake. So I will go over each of these categories as we actually pick questions. I don't want to go over them now because I want them to be a surprise. But then you guys will pick a category and then pick a rarity. Even though there's different rarities, all of these are only going to be worth 1 point for the most part. You don't get extra points for pulling a legendary or answering it or a super rare or something. It's all just going to be worth 1 point unless I decide to throw some bonus points in somewhere along the way. But with that being said, Ripley, would you like to pick a question?
I'm very curious about From the Wardrobe. Would you also like me to just
Okay.
go ahead and pick the rarity?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's go with uncommon.
All right. So, from the wardrobe for uncommon. This is an article of clothing from a Glimmer's wardrobe in Disney Lorcana. Who does this belong to?
Mad Hatter. I'm not recalling the exact card.
Unfortunately, it is not Mad Hatter.
Oh,
So now, so next would be John in turn order. So John, if you want to, you could kind of steal here, and if you can get it, we'll let you get the points.
I don't remember whose hat that is. Uh, I don't know. I'm passing on that one because I haven't got a clue.
Okay, Preston, do you have an idea?
It is Alice, specifically the art on the deck box, but I forget the card name.
It is
Yeah,
Alice,
oh
the Tea
yeah.
Alchemist.
I knew it looked familiar, but I could not remember. I couldn't remember for the life of me.
The Alchemist. Yep.
And now we see how this game works. See, Preston, I told you going into this that I had full faith that you would do pretty good here, and 1 point on the board. And for people who don't know, Preston is notoriously, I'm not going to say bad at Disney trivia, but in the past when we
No, I'm okay at it. It's just whenever you go, PhD level questions, I'm like, "Yeah, no, I can't."
All right. And then that was from the wardrobe uncommon, so we can just delete that. And that moves on down to John. You now get to pick a question.
Let's do flavor or fake, and we'll do it in the rare.
Ooh, okay. Flavor or fake in the rare. I can click on things. All right.
Oh Lord.
So, flavor or fake? This is all flavor text that is either going to be real flavor text that is on a card or fake flavor text that I have made up along the way. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you read the flavor text since you picked it. And then you will get 1 point if you can tell me if it's real or fake. So you got a 50-50 shot. And then you can get a bonus point if you can tell me the card that inspired this flavor text.
Okay. It can be hard to tell the difference between a diamond in the rough and someone who just well roof. Huh. Just well rough. I'm going to say that it's fake.
Okay. Any idea on what card may have inspired this flavor text?
I don't know. It'd have to be a dog, wouldn't it?
Well, you would think.
If it was
So I will say
real.
you are correct. Yeah, you are correct. This is
Okay.
fake. But does anybody else have any idea of what card may have inspired this flavor text?
The the
Some sort of
diamond in the
animal.
rough part makes me think of Aladdin.
Uh,
Well,
with the roof, I get it.
that's
Yeah.
because it is Aladdin.
Hey!
It's Aladdin Street Rat. So his flavor text says it can be hard to tell the difference between a diamond in the rough and someone who's just, well, rough. And yeah, I thought I'd be sneaky to just change that one word there at the end from rough to like rough, like a dog barking, to make you think that it was a dog's card.
Well, it
For
did.
that, I think that we'll give, yeah. So we'll give John a point for getting the fact that it was fake, and we'll also give Ripley a point for getting the fact that it was an Aladdin card. So we got a tie game here. All right, Preston. Finally, you get the pick.
I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with From the Wardrobe. Let's go legendary in that one.
Oh boy,
Let's rip the
jumping
Band-Aid.
right to
Bring it
legendary.
in.
Who does it belong to?
White Rabbit?
No, unfortunately, this is
Mm.
not White Rabbit. Then that moves on. Ripley, you can now steal if you like.
For some reason, Belle is coming to my mind.
So close, but no, it is not Belle.
Mm.
John, that's up to you.
That's what I was going to say was Belle. I don't know. Cinderella.
So this is actually Cogsworth, a luminary
Oh,
watchman, a clock with a clock.
that one was hard.
Yeah, we see a stopwatch like that, and we instantly think White Rabbit. So it was definitely like that's why it was in the legendary category. I was definitely trying to red herring there a little bit.
That's a good one. That's a good pull.
Yeah.
Nobody gets a point for that one, and then we'll move it on from the wardrobe. Legendary is now gone, and that wraps it back up to you, Ripley. You now get the pick.
Okay, let's go with who's that glimmer in the rare category.
In the rare, okay. Before we get into this, excuse my Photoshop skills. It's progressively gotten better thanks to this category, but some of these are going to be a little iffy. Who's that glimmer?
I love it. That is Pete, if I'm not incorrect.
No way! It is Pete. It is
Yeah.
Pete.
That pose is pretty unique.
Yeah,
So
it
I was
is.
like,
Yeah.
Pete. So,
Well, it was the ears that tipped me off, I think.
mm.
All right. So 2 points for Ripley. And John, you now get to pick a category.
All right, let's do odd one out, and we'll do the uncommon.
Sweet. So odd one out is actually a group category where each of you will get to participate. So The way that Odd One Out works is there is something different about one of these glimmers here. Actually, there may be multiple things different, but I am specifically looking for one thing in particular. So, what we'll do is each of you get to pick. You can even pick the same one if you like. You can get 1 point if you can actually determine which one is different, and then I will give you another bonus point if you can tell me what that difference is. So we'll start with you, John, since you chose the category.
Oh, gee. Hmm. Well, I'll say, what's his name down there with the cup in his hand and the drumstick? What's his name? I forget. With the mustache.
Sir Ector, I do
Actor.
believe.
Actor. Yeah, I'll say that one.
All right, so we'll put you there. And then Preston, you're next.
Let's see. They all have their air quote weapon in the left hand. They all have an accessory in the right hand. What are we classifying as a weapon? I'm gonna put mine on Donald.
All right. And then Ripley, that now leaves you.
So, would I be able to pick the same one as John or Preston, or do I have to pick one of the other two?
No, you can yeah, you can for sure. You can pick the same one if you like.
Okay. Um, I am probably going to go with Sir Ector because the other three have a weapon of sorts in their left hand. They have an accessory in their right, but two of them have a shield, and I think that's a chair behind Sir Ector, but I can't tell. Maybe it's a shield. I don't know, but I think Sir Ector is probably my guess. My joke answer is also that the other three are blondes.
Okay, so what's the reasoning behind Sir Ector there, Ripley? The
Um,
one thing.
the one thing is that the chicken is not a weapon
Yeah,
in the left hand.
that was my
Okay, John,
reasoning.
what's your reasoning?
That was my reasoning too, that it wasn't a weapon, the chicken leg.
All right, Preston, what is your reasoning for Donald?
So I got I was trying to get a barometer. I picked Donald for like the barometer check on how detailed you would make these, but primarily because Donald's holding a blunt item in his left hand, as to where if Hector would eat the chicken bone, you could probably shimmy that down to a knife. But that's my reasoning. I want to be the odd one out just to see what you're looking for.
Can I
I
actually
well,
change my
I
answer?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can change
Okay,
your answer.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna take a big swing, and I'm gonna say Anna because now that I'm looking at these again, all of the other three except Anna are wearing something around their neck. Sir Ector has the cloak. Donald has the scarf. Arthur has that like fur. I don't know what you would call that.
Okay. Everybody, we're good.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be Arthur. Watch it.
Yeah, probably.
So it is Arthur because out of all of these cards here, or all of these glimmers here, Arthur is the only one that does not have the night tag.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Not even something we could see.
Yeah.
You just gotta know some Lorcana there. That's why I hid the flavor text and everything off of these cards and just left the pictures.
All right, this is
I
where we
just
get
thought it was
political.
really
Ripley, John, we're avoiding this to the very end.
so I just think it's very interesting going back here that like Donald Duck is a knight, or at least this version or this glimmer is a knight. And then like out of all these cards, you would think that Arthur would be, but technically Arthur was never a knight. He was a squire, and then all of a sudden he became a king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are the other food fight cards knights, or was it only Donald?
I think it was only Donald.
Huh.
And John, you picked that one, so Preston, you're next.
Let's go. Not a fan. Uncommon.
All right, so not a fan. We are all Disney fans here. All of us. I think anybody that clicked on this video or plays Lorcana is a Disney fan. I have a friend who's not. So I thought it would be very interesting to send him a picture of a glimmer or a card without its name or anything on it and ask him to tell me what that character is. So, which one did you choose? Which rarity?
Uncommon.
Uncommon. All right. So the way this works is he randomly came up with a name, and then he gave me a 2-word description. And this should give us a glimmer, I guess. Not necessarily, it could just be the character. It doesn't have to be the specific card. But this is a Disney character that someone who's not a Disney fan said that this is their name and their 2-word description for that character.
And it's actually like a card, right? Or art, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's actually a card, but I mean,
Okay.
it's for
So it's
sure a
Nani.
Disney character.
Or Nana,
It's
Nani.
who?
Nani. Or not Nani, but Nana. Shoot, the dog. Whatever that is.
It is
Yeah.
Nana. Listen, I was like, Nani. I was like, Lilo's sister, Nani?
Yeah, I was like, wait a second. It's like N-A-N. I was like, no, that's not how. The A is not an I in that spelling. So cool.
Ripley, that's back to you.
Okay. That was very fun. I would like to choose not a fan for rare.
All right, so we got Clarence, and his description is Lil Mickey.
Oh man. I I'm picturing the card in my mind, but I feel like I'm gonna get the character's name wrong. Timothy J. Mouse?
Uh,
If you'd said Tiny
Honestly, like
Tim.
I would have been like Morty something. Like that would be my guess.
listen, I messed up. I wasn't supposed to click to the next slide, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna
Oh,
give everybody a point. Again, this is all new.
Can I say except you're welcome?
You're welcome. All right, John, now it's your turn.
All right. Since everybody likes not a fan, let's just stay there and do super rare.
This is Terry the Lizard Pirate.
The lizard pirate.
You're the pirate fan. Come
I
on now.
know,
You
but I was like,
you
wait a
should
minute,
know all the pirates.
lizard pirate. Is it the the alligator? Shoot.
Alligator. What are you thinking? TikTok?
Yeah. Is it TikTok?
No.
I don't know. Lizard.
He's not a pirate. He's a crocodile.
I know, but I don't know. I don't know a pirate that looks like a lizard. It even resembles a lizard.
Preston, do you have any ideas?
Who's the guy from Treasure Planet?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
your movie.
Billy Bones. Billy Bones.
It is Billy Bones.
I
Billy
forgot
Bones,
about
Space
My
always.
Sailor.
first guess was gonna be Bill the Lizard, but I was like, Bill the Lizard's not a pirate
I always forget
in the
about
thing,
Treasure
so-
Planet.
It was either Bill the Lizard or Billy Bones.
Never
was gonna be
forget
my
Treasure
guess.
Planet.
My mind goes older pirates, not Treasure Planet.
All right. And Preston, you get to choose now.
Let's see here. You know what? We're having fun and not a fan. Let's go legendary.
Legendary, not a fan. I'm glad to see this is a category people like. All right. So the Chicken Little, and his description is Chicken Little, because that
I
is
forget his
definitely Chicken
name. I can tell you he's looking down and to the right of the card, but I cannot remember his name for the life of me. And for that reason, I'm gonna pass. I know
Oh, no.
exactly what
All
card
right.
it is. I just cannot think of his name.
Ripley for the Still.
This has taken me by such shock that I feel like I can't even picture any card in Lorcana from this
I know
description.
exactly what card this is. I just cannot think of the name.
I know it too because he kept pointing it out every
It's in the
time we
unboxing
unbox it.
episode.
Yeah, not Chicken Little.
Yeah. Go watch the unboxing videos.
Oh, what is that little runt's name?
Well, I can assure you it's not Chicken Little.
Oh, what is that thing's name?
What is his name? Hey, what's your name?
All I can remember is not Chicken Little.
Any guesses at all?
It's
Stewart.
something. It's something with a foot. Because he's got a.
Is it?
Isn't he looking at the ground? You said he was looking to the left. He was looking. Or was that the flavor text? It was something afoot or something. I can't remember. Because all I can remember is not Chicken Little. That's all. That's all I can remember.
You guys were all so close. This is such an obscure Disney character. This is
Yes,
Honker
Oh,
Muddlefoot.
yeah.
Muddlefoot. Okay, see,
To
I
be
knew there
honest,
was a
I've
foot
never
in
looked at the
there.
card's name. I just look at the art and go, "That's Chicken Little." I couldn't even tell you what this card did until just now, like, because I just can't unsee Chicken Little. So
Some Darkwing love.
Oh yeah. See, I knew it was something with a foot. I could remember foot. That's all I could remember in there. Or
You were right.
not Chicken Little.
Who picked that just now?
I think it was John.
No, it was you, Preston, because you passed.
Oh, that's right. We're still on the
Yeah.
legendary one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought we already moved past it.
No.
Nope, so it's
Ripley's turn.
Ripley's turn again.
Let's go back to odd one out and let's do super rare.
Super rare, odd one out.
Oh, we had a packed Ripley.
One by one, Ripley will let you choose, and then you have to pick the character and tell me what the reasoning is as to why that is the odd one out.
Oh. I want to say Arthur because I think the other three are dual ink cards, and I don't recall that Arthur being a dual ink.
Okay, then John, what is your reasoning or character and reasoning?
I'll go with Baymax. And
All
my
right,
reasoning is because I don't have a clue. That's I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's I have no reason. It's just a shot in the dark on that one.
well, you'll at least get 1 point if you got it right.
Yeah.
So, Preston, now it's your turn.
Zipper because it's the only single ink card.
Preston, you are exactly right. Zipper is the only one, not a dual ink. So Arthur actually is dual ink. He is Sapphire still.
I thought he
Same for
was.
Bernard down on the bottom. And then the Baymax is dual ink Baja, Sapphire, Emerald. So they all have Sapphire in them as well, except for Zipper, who has a Steel card and a Sapphire card. Well, this is a Sapphire. So they're all Sapphire. So I try to do some tricky
Gotcha.
stuff there too, with multiple ways that they were similar. But Zipper, or this version of Zipper, is the only one who is not a dual ink card.
I knew Arthur was a dual ink, but I couldn't remember if Zipper was or not.
Preston, for the first time in Disney Lorcana trivia history, there as a 2-point lead. Cooking.
Kitchen, like Gordon Ramsay. Also, this is really sad because I just know too much about little intricate details about this game, but we're only not even halfway through, so I could be completely wrong.
I will say too, in future iterations of this, we look to do more than just Disney Lorcana. We can do pure Disney questions, we can do park related questions, cruise related questions, and just swap up with the different categories. This is just our first time dipping our toes into this. Then John, you now get to pick.
Let's do flavor or fake. We'll do common since nobody's doing common stuff.
Flavor or fake? Never mind what the curator intended these trinkets for. The Sultan found his own use for them soon enough.
I'm going to say that's real.
Mm-hmm.
And
what's the card?
I don't know. Jafar? I don't know.
It is not Jafar. Preston, you're next. Any idea what glimmer this might be from?
I think it's the Sultan.
It is the Sultan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he's playing with the toys.
Shout out to the curator.
Toys, but...
So we'll give you one for that. It is real. So you'll also get a point for that, John.
I think you just
reset the one.
Ah.
Listen, I know it's tax season coming up, but
wow, Preston should have 6, by the way. Preston's got 1 as well.
Trying to sell it.
Math is hard sometimes.
Back to 1.
I don't know.
Because you typed in 1.
Oop.
Instead of adding.
I thought I was adding, like, forget that this is not Excel, that I'm just using random Google Sheets for this. I was trying to just add +1.
Math is hard.
All right, Preston, you are next.
Let's go to the wardrobe. From the wardrobe, let's go common.
See, I thought this category was pretty neat. Who does this belong to?
Oh, I know this
Brave
one.
Little Tailor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Brave Little Tailor, Mickey. That's why that was in the
I don't know
common
if this is
category.
impressive or sad that you can show us a foot of a card, and we're
A
like,
foot.
that's that card.
Yeah. I knew it
We've
immediately.
been playing the
So
game for too
iconic.
long.
Yeah.
Right, let's see if I can do this right this time. My gosh, the lead. That was from the wardrobe common, and it's back to you, Ripley.
Okay, let's do Who's That Glimmer in common.
Who's that glimmer?
Uh, Bucky Squirrel Squeak Tutor?
R.I.P.
Yep.
It is Bucky Squirrel Squeak Tutor. So not
Specifically
see,
the
you got
errata.
everything there. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'm actually going to give you 2 points because you
Hey!
got the character and the subname. That's gone, and now it's back to John.
All right. Let's do Who's That Glimmer uncommon.
Who's that glimmer?
Oh, that's that stinking mouse with the cheese in his hand. What is his name?
Stinky Cheese Mouse?
Yeah, Stinky Cheese Mouse. See, I'm terrible with names. That's the bad thing. It's like I know that it's a mouse with the cheese in his hand. It's a card that you put it together, and it's a dual art card.
It is.
I can't remember his name though. Maurice. I don't know. I can't remember.
It is not Maurice. Maurice would probably eat this character
Yeah.
alive. Preston, you are next.
Is it Jacques?
It is not Jacques. Oh no, Ripley
it's-
for the still.
Oh, I knew it was not Jacques. It's his friend from Cinderella, but I
Yeah.
can't remember his name.
Can't either.
Oh, what? This is probably I never remember Jacques' name. This is the one that I always remember. This is Gus Gus.
Gus.
Champion
Gus.
of
Golly,
cheese.
One of the two.
Gus.
See,
One of the two.
And I remembered the card exactly. That's the sad thing, but I
Yeah,
couldn't.
me
too.
I couldn't remember his name to save my life.
Nobody gets a point for that one, and that was
Poor
Who's
Gus.
That Glimmer for uncommon. Yeah, poor Gus. And Preston, you're next.
From the wardrobe rare.
Okay, back to the wardrobe. So we're gonna dip on in. Who does this
Aurora.
belong to?
Oh.
Dang, that was
Yeah.
quick. Maybe this category is too easy. You definitely pay attention to the art, Preston. I think you've gotten the answer to like every one of these.
Did we do the legendary one? I think that's the one I failed at.
No, I don't think we have yet for this one. Oh
no.
no, we did.
Oh yeah, I guess we did, didn't we? I thought we didn't do that one.
Did
It's
we?
the clock.
Yeah,
it was the
was.
clock. Yeah,
Yep.
it was Clocksworth.
And then it's back to Ripley.
Okay. Let's finish out from the wardrobe with that super rare.
All right, Ripley. Who does this belong to?
Oh. Shot in the dark. Is it Lilo from the Winter Spell set? I'm forgetting the card.
It is not Lilo from the Winter Spell set. No. John, you're next. You could steal it. You need the points. You're
Yeah.
behind.
There's two ideas I had. I'm gonna say Piglet from Winterspell.
No, it is
Then
not Piglet.
It's my other guess then, Preston.
I wouldn't say it out loud just
I'm
in
not.
case you give it
Yeah.
away to Preston.
That's why I
Preston
didn't
might
say
not
Not
know
both
it.
of them.
Stitch, is it?
Who?
Stitch?
Yeah.
It is not Stitch.
Oh, it's not.
Man, everybody was so close with this being from Winterspell, for sure, because it is a scarf here. And John, you might have been the closest with Piglet, because this is actually the new underdog, Christopher Robin,
Christopher
joining
Robin.
the fun.
I thought it was Piglet with the chocolate or doing the hot chocolate.
Nobody gets a point for that one, and that finished off this category. We are done with it. And now moving on, Preston, you now get to pick.
Let's see here. Let's go Who's That Glimmer super rare.
Ripley, did I skip you? Who just chose that last? No, John. It was John's turn to pick.
Oh, was it my
Yeah.
turn to pick?
Oh, Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, listen, I'm a bad host.
it's
It
all
is
right.
your turn to
It's
pick.
new. Um, not a fan. Common.
Not a fan. Common. To finish off the category, name Garfield description smiley cat.
Is that Cheshire Cat?
It is not
No.
Cheshire Cat.
Ah.
No.
All right.
Preston, too still. Any idea who this is?
Thinking. Garfield. It's not Cheshire. Is Lucifer?
It's on to Lucifer. Naming cats. Let's see if we can come up with any more cats. Ripley for the still. Any idea who Garfield the smiley cat would be?
The the fact that they said Garfield makes me think it's an orange cat. The fact they said smiley cat makes me think that the cat in the art is smiling. I'm thinking of Thomas O'Malley. I have 2 guesses, but I think that one's the more likely.
It is Thomas
Oh.
O'Malley,
Hey!
feline charmer. Good call there with the orange fur. Then that brings you up to 6 points, not 1.
Catching up, Preston.
He's on.
And it's actually right back to you, Ripley. Nope,
Nope, it's
wrong.
Preston's
Preston.
turn.
Preston
Um,
gets to choose.
let's
I'm
go odd one out common.
okay. Odd one out. Common. Preston, you can choose which glimmer you think is different and give your reasoning. Notably, although not characters, these are
Yeah,
still
let's see
technically
here.
glimmers.
Agrabah, because it's the only location.
And then Ripley, what would you choose?
That is actually my guess as well.
And then John.
I say it's LeFou because he's the only character. The rest of them are all actions or locations.
Agrabah, you are correct. I do believe this is the only location, but that is not the thing in particular that I was looking for here. You have A Pirate's Life, which is a action song, and then what is the one with the bell here?
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
Ring the Bell,
Mm.
which is also an action. And then this, although it has LeFou on it, this is not a LeFou character glimmer. This is actually Fan the Flames, which is also an action.
Oh, yeah.
But that's okay, John, because this is the odd one out, because Fan the Flames is the only one who didn't get a reprint.
Ooh!
Wow, that was
Look at that.
not the way I thought that was going.
I need a lore guide.
Hey, I warned that there may be some differences. My gosh.
I love it. I'm
What
here
were
for it.
I added +1 again. Where were you at?
I got 4 now.
John wins only to go down to 1.
Yeah, it's the way the game is played.
I don't even know who's picking now, guys.
It's
I'm
Ripley.
losing my mind.
Is it me?
Yeah, Preston picked that category.
Well, thank you. See, that's why you're
Okay.
normally the host, John. You got
Okay. Let's do flavor or fake.
for super rare.
Yes.
Flavor or fake? Is this real or fake, and what card inspired it? He loves to make light of a foe's predicament.
That is tough. I want to say it's real, but the only character that's coming to mind for this would be Aladdin?
John, do you have any idea if both? Is this real or fake? And which character did this come from?
I think it's real, and maybe it came from Hades.
Okay. Preston, any ideas? Is this real or fake? And which character did it come from?
It's fake, but I have no idea which character it came from.
Out of curiosity, why is it fake?
I don't think we have the word foe being used a whole lot in Lorcana and flavor text.
Okay. It's not what I was hoping you would say. This is actually real. I am going to give you the point there, Ripley. It is real flavor text. This is actually from Captain Hook, Forceful Duelist. I was hoping somebody would point out the fact that
Oh.
that the flavor text is bolded and that it's not the typical flavor text font that we would see, and that it would kind of throw some people off to make you think that it's fake. Because I actually took this from the
from
D23
D23.
Expo flavor text version of this, because if you look here, you can actually see the difference in the flavor text between the regular that's not bolded and that D23 Expo that is.
Huh.
Expo also seems to be a smaller font size for the Challenger text.
It does slightly.
Yeah.
We will. You got that right, so you get a point for that. Catching up to Preston slowly but surely.
Oh, boy.
And it is now John's turn to pick a category.
Um, let's do odd one out, legendary.
All right.
Oh,
John, which one of
jeez.
these is the odd one out?
Jeez, Louise. Golly, I have no idea. Let's do Jasmine because she's not blonde.
Jasmine, because she's not blonde. Preston,
What difficulty was this again? I apologize.
Legendary.
legendary.
I'm gonna say Cinderella because she's the only knight.
And Ripley.
I'm definitely feeling Preston's Cinderella there, but I'm gonna say Elanwi because I believe Elanwi is not a princess.
All right. Well, let's go through this real quick. Yes, John, you're right. Jasmine is the only one who is not blonde, but that's definitely not what we were looking for here. That's a big red herring. Preston, you maybe I think you're right with Cinderella being the only knight here, but that's also not what we were looking for. Ripley, I do hate to inform you that Elanwe is a princess,
Oh.
but you are right. Elanwe is the odd one out because out of these characters here, she is the only one that does not have the hero tag. Because notably, all princesses are heroes, except for three cards that we have. Well, not cards, but three different glimmers that we have in Lorcana, Elanwe being one. Now, what I'm going to do is I will offer bonus points if you can tell me the other two princesses that do not have the hero tag.
Hmm. Um, this is tough. Um,
Yeah. As somebody who plays the princess stuff, back in what was it in Fabled and Whispers, I was playing a Ruby Amber deck that ran off of princesses and heroes. This is something in particular that I had to wrap my mind around, especially using the Hercules that gives all of your hero characters like extra benefits and stuff. That Elanwe does not get that. She gets the princess synergy, but not the hero synergy. So I was like, well, that's interesting. I wonder if there's any more. And there are two more glimmers that are characters per se that are princesses but are not heroes.
yeah, and I've been working on a princess song deck that I call Princess Singalong since basically Ursula's Return. So I'm trying to filter through my mind all the princesses in the game. Um, I'm gonna reach out and say Tiana as one of them, and then shot in the dark, um, Vanellope.
Okay, John, can you name the other two?
No. I've been sitting here trying to think of it, and I don't have a clue.
Neither one of them, not even a shot in the dark.
No, I don't know. I don't know enough princesses to. Because all
I
the
think
ones
you
I'm
may
trying to
be.
think of, it's like, nope, that's a hero. Nope, that's a hero.
All
No.
right, Preston, that leaves you.
So I'm gonna say Charlotte LaBeouf because I remember with us having a controversy over her having the princess tag, and the only reason that came to mind is because Ripley mentioned Tiana, and I don't think she has the hero tag.
Okay. Any other?
No, that'd be the only guess.
So you did get one with Charlotte LaBeouf, and the other, John, this is a card notably that I know that you've played in the past, Namari. because Namari is not a hero,
Oh,
she's a villain.
she's a
She's a
villain.
princess
That's
villain.
Oh,
right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
And
Yeah,
you
I
know
did.
what? That's okay because there's actually more than that. I'm completely wrong because looking through it now, there's a Lady Marian in Sapphire who is a princess, but is not a hero. She's an ally. And then in set 4, we got Ursula Eric's Bride, where she's like Vanessa in that sense, and she's also a villain, not a hero, but has the
Mm.
princess category. But Ripley, you will get 1 for choosing a Lawnway there, and then Preston, I will give you as soon as it caught up. You said Charlotte LaBeouf, and now you pull ahead again further. What was that? That was Flavor or Fake, Legendary.
Sorry, is it my turn to pick?
Think,
Sorry.
Yeah, it is. It's Preston's turn.
Let's go.
yeah.
Let's go super rare on Who's That Glimmer? Who's that Pokemon?
Who's that Glimmer?
Uh,
Shirkan.
It is Shirkan.
It's Pikachu.
it's Pikachu. Yay!
uh,
It's Lefairy. Ah.
Oh, how can you? There it goes. I was gonna say the O's dragon. You got a low dragger.
all right, now Ripley, it is your turn.
odd one out, rare.
All right. I hope the collector's court is paying attention to this one. Ripley, which do you think is the odd one out and why?
Hmm. This is tough. I'm thinking it's Hey Hey because Mickey and Maximus are both amber, and I think Lady is Amber Emerald, but I don't
Hmm?
think the Hey Hey is amber.
Okay. Then John,
I think
who
it's
is the odd one out and why?
I think it's Lady because she's a dual link. She's a uh, amber green.
Okay. And Preston.
Maximus, because he's the only card on here that does not have a promo.
Ooh, good
Oh,
guess.
that's a good one too.
Preston, spot
Yeah.
on. Maximus is the only one who does not have a promo version.
Well done.
But very well done. I'm really surprised anybody got that one. Was it me saying I hope the
Yeah.
collector's corner's paying
Yeah, that's what I
attention?
was gonna
Yeah.
say. Now that you
Yeah.
said that and he
Yeah.
said that, then yeah.
Judge.
Oh no, guys. Okay. I think I deleted the legendary Flavor or Fake instead of the legendary odd one out. So we do still have this category here.
Can you control Z?
Bam.
You didn't see anything.
The viewers, though, they probably all saw that. We caught it. We caught it.
Oh, is it my
I
turn?
think it's John's turn.
It's my
Yep.
turn. Let's do the legendary Who's That Glimmer?
Who's that Glimmer?
Oh God, it's that stupid bird. I don't know the name. I don't know its name. I know the
Tweety.
yeah, Tweety. Yeah, I know the card, but I don't know the name. I can't remember the name of the bird. Yeah, Tweety. I don't know. Go ahead, Preston.
Preston. Who's that
I can
Glimmer?
say it's a Ruby
Still.
card, but I cannot think of the name. He has brown feathers.
Yeah,
That's about it.
it's all I can remember. Is I can't remember the name.
Mm. Okay. Ripley for the steal.
It is Dinky.
Dinky.
Yeah.
It is not a Ruby card. I think you're thinking of the Ruby Arthur that's like got Reckless, who's like a bird
Oh,
there,
the bird.
Preston.
Yeah.
This is Dinky. Notably, every one of the
Oh, the
cards in
minute.
Who's That Glimmer in this episode were all Emerald cards. And John, this is a card from Fox and the Hound. What
Oh
are you
yeah,
doing?
I know, but I can't. I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember Dinky's name to save my life. But yeah, I knew it was. I knew it was that bird from Fox and the Hound, but I couldn't remember the name. It's been a long time.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't say that it was the bird from Fox and the Hound. You just kept calling it that stupid bird.
Yeah, I
Maybe
know.
someone else would have
That's
got
why
it.
I didn't do it because I was like, oh well, that'll give it away.
All right, Preston. 2 left, both from Flavor or Fake. I think you guys are pretty much got it right every time in this category too.
Let's do the uncommon, and we'll say the best for last.
Okay, flavor or fake? Arcasia's library was a treasure trove of knowledge, even for such an educated owl. Is this real or fake, and what glimmer did it come from?
Real Archimedes.
Wow.
It is Archimedes.
Probably my
It's
favorite set
man,
lore wise, to be honest. Like that's like I don't know. I don't want to say that we
yeah,
peaked in Ocasia's, but that was a pretty rich story and
Mm,
yeah, it
set
was
in the
very
set.
deep in lore.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think at this point, Preston just wins. But since we have the last one here, I will go ahead and pull it up. Flavor or fake, legendary. Ripley, I do believe that this falls on you. Is
I wish
this
you could see
real
my
or
face right
fake?
now.
What?
Uh,
Um, okay. I Part of me wants to say this is fake because it's thrown me off so much, but I do actually think I'm gonna say it's real, and I
Mhm.
think it's from I might get this title wrong. Head Headless Horse Man, the DuckTales one? Not like Sleepy Hollow, but like the horse statue from DuckTales that has the Uncle Scrooge head?
No,
So it's
unfortunately,
Whispers in the Well card.
that is not the character we're looking for here. But I
Huh?
will say it is real. I'll give you a point for
uh,
that. This is real flavor text within Disney Lorcana. Then that goes to you, John.
I,
Any idea what character
no, I don't
this might
remember
be
the
from?
character. I remember seeing it, but I can't remember what character it's from. Uh,
Notably, I will say there's no chance that you get this one, John, because this is definitely not a card you would play.
yeah, no, I don't have a clue. But I remember seeing it, but I don't remember what card it was.
And Preston, that leaves you. Any ideas?
If I have no idea, but my guess is it's a item uh, because it's like passive. I don't know. Could be a lore card. I don't know.
I'm so curious.
It is Ariel on
Ariel
human
the
legs.
horse. Yeah.
Oh, she can't sing.
Oh!
Yep.
Yep. I knew I'd seen it before, but I couldn't remember. Man, that was all the way in set one, card one.
Notably a card that John not play because she can't sing.
Right. That's why I remembered seeing it, but I
That
couldn't
brings
remember what character it was.
Ripley up. John with a measly 4,
Yeah.
and Preston, congratulations for our first episode.
Finally took a dub.
Put it in you. And I hope everybody had fun. Again, this is something that I think that we would like to try to do again in the future, even with other categories, and try to bring on some other content creators or community members that can also play along with us. Ripley, is there anything that you would like to promote or where people can find you? So, is there anything that you have to say?
I just wanna say thanks for inviting me to this. This was so much fun. I really enjoyed this. I loved all the categories that you came up with. I especially think Odd One Out, where we all could kind of guess together, was especially a highlight. But this overall was just fantastic, and I would definitely encourage other people to join up with the Ink Table podcast to do this.
Again, thank you, Ripley. We really appreciate having you on here. And something else before we dip out is folks on YouTube has added a nice new feature where we can now ask you guys a question, a multiple choice question. It's like a new quiz feature. So, what we're also going to do is have our guest bring on their very own question that they can ask our audience. You guys can interact with it and answer the question. And then as you guys are doing that, John and Preston can kind of like work together and talk it out and figure out what they think the answer is to this question. So, Ripley, if you'd like, I got it pulled up here. Would you like to ask your question?
Yeah. Touchstone Pictures was a Disney label for releasing films that didn't fall under the traditional form of Walt Disney Studios, including animated movies that were outside the Disney Studio styles. Which of these four animated films was not a Disney film released under Touchstone Pictures? Who Framed Roger Rabbit? A. B. The Page Master. C. The Nightmare Before Christmas, or D. Romeo and Juliet.
And our audience, wherever that's at, it should be on the screen for you to be able to click on, and then you can try to answer this question yourself right now as John and Preston talk it out and try to figure out what they think the answer is.
Not a Disney film released under Touchstone.
Yeah, so it's probably best to figure out what you know for a fact is a Disney movie first.
Well, we know Nightmare Before Christmas is, and we know Who Framed Roger Rabbit is.
I'm going to defer to John for this one because I have no idea.
It's either Pagemaster or Romeo and Juliet, and I think it's D.
You think it's what?
I think it's D. I think it's Romeo and Juliet. Maybe it's Pagemaster.
You don't know Romeo and Juliet? Have you seen Romeo and Juliet?
No, I don't know that one. That one I do not know. It's either that or Pagemaster. I don't know which one, but I don't know Romeo and Juliet. I don't know that movie. I know all the other ones, but I'm guessing that must be a Disney movie.
Like to reveal the answer here?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's a bit of an interesting trick question. So the correct answer is the Pagemaster, which was not released under Touchstone. Romeo and Juliet was released under Touchstone
Okay.
right there towards the end of its time period. Pagemaster was actually released by 20th Century Fox, which makes it an interesting sort of trick question because 20th Century Fox is now owned by Disney.
Right.
But at the time, in like, I don't know, 1994 or whenever that movie came out, it was not.
I knew it was one or the other, but I've never seen Romeo and Juliet. And I don't remember it. So
Yeah, I think it came out in like 2011.
okay.
I don't remember it coming out in theaters or anything. It may have been straight to DVD at that time. My family, I think we got it through like the Disney Movie Club or something for almost free.
Huh. That's pretty cool. I remember all those movies except that one. I remember going to the movie theater and seeing Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I'll tell you.
I was telling Ripley, Pagemaster is the first time that I remember seeing what's his name, McCulkin.
Yeah.
The guy Home Alone. I saw him in Pagemaster growing up before Home Alone. Either way,
I miss
I
Touchstone's
hope
pictures. Those were always really the good movies. My favorite movie was a Touchstone picture.
Yeah,
Gone in 60
I
seconds.
I have a lot of fondness for Touchstone Pictures. I grew up with like Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Nightmare Before Christmas, but also Sister Act is one of my mom's favorite movies,
Yep.
and I watched it with her so many times growing up. I have a lot of
Whoopi
fondness for
Goldberg.
Touchstone.
Yep.
Whoopi in the Pagemaster as well, voice acting it.
Absolutely.
But guys, folks, ladies, gentlemen, everybody, Illumineers, far and wide, we hope that you enjoyed this. And if you did, be sure to leave a like. Leave comments of other categories that you guys think would be interesting for us to do, or even some other content creators or people that you would like to see us try to get on. And we hope you enjoyed it. And as always, thanks for pulling up a seat.